Folks, am I the only one who thinks that the facts surrounding the sudden death of the former Minister of Police, Mr. Nathi, are a little bit suspicious? And by that, I mean, I'm just not able to wrap my head around the fact that this guy was last seen at a hotel. There hasn't been a clip that we are seeing. And this is after Mkhwanazi named him at the Matlanga Commission. So, am I the only one who thinks this is a little bit all too weird? That we are living in a weird world as it relates to our politicians? This is not normal. That people disappear, people die, and there's no ways to trace them. There's no ways to trace them. That is what they are telling us. A whole ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, in France. He was currently an ambassador. Disappeared apparently on Monday. Disappeared, have not been seen. Today we are receiving the news that he's dead and there's no trace of him. Where was he last seen? Are they going to tell us that?
With our breaking news story, French authorities are investigating the death of South Africa's ambassador to France, Nathi, who was reportedly found dead after falling from the 22nd story of the Hyatt Hotel in Paris. Mtetwa has served in various capacities in government, including as police minister between May 2009 and May 2014. Mtetwa was recently in the news when he was named by Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as having forced a former Inspector General of Intelligence, Faith Radebe, to withdraw a criminal case against the former head of crime intelligence, Richard Mdluli. The ANC says it is saddened by the news of his passing. The party has also sent condolences to his family. The Department of International Relations is expected to provide further details on the circumstances surrounding his death.
A little bit all too weird. I mean, just a little bit all too weird. He gets named, disappears from Monday, and he's gone. Let's say, granted, let's give the grace, may his soul rest in peace, that he's gone. Okay, let's play for that particular scenario. You telling me that there's no CCTV from a hotel where the ambassador, the South African ambassador, is staying? No trace whatsoever. This is the story that we are supposed to go with. Apparently, the French government is still probing the story. They're still investigating. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is an ambassador. Not even one single piece of evidence. Nothing. You're just supposed to gobble it up and swallow it and get on with our lives and pretend this is all normal. Something weird, something fishy is going on. I cannot really put my finger on it, but my gut feeling tells me, this is my gut. They don't want us to believe our guts now. They don't want us to believe the things that we see, the things that we question. No, we shouldn't believe those. We should stick to their narratives, bro. And I think this is all too weird as far as I'm concerned. And I know that a lot of South Africans share a similar sentiment. Man, I'm telling you, this is all too weird. Let's continue listening to the lady.
Well, in fact, we do have a statement that has been written to this effect from the presidency. President Cyril Ramaphosa mourns the passing of Ambassador Emmanuel Nathi Mtetwa. President Ramaphosa, it says, is saddened by the passing. South Africa's...
When somebody passes away, we all get sad, folks. We all get sad. But we must ask questions. Why isn't Ramaphosa asking questions? What happened? Is there evidence? What type of evidence do we have? So that he shares something with South Africans. Don't tell us you are sad, bro. Share something with us. What happened? Did it really happen? If it really happened, who did it? Was he murdered or did he just die? These are the questions that we want answers to. It is not, nice to hear about the death of somebody, but the facts surrounding this particular death in question are just a little bit bleak. And I'm trying my hardest not to be insensitive about this issue. But ladies and gentlemen, I just cannot wrap my head around it. I'm sorry.
Head of mission in Paris, who has died in tragic circumstances in the French capital at the age of 58. It further says that President Cyril Ramaphosa offers his deepest condolences to Ambassador Mthethwa's wife, Ms. Philisiwe Buthelezi, as well as the ambassador's extended family. We'll continue to unpack the president's statement there a little bit later on in this particular bulletin as we continue to get reaction.
Wait, I just picked up something very weird. Is the wife using a different surname from Nathi Mthethwa? What did I hear?
It further says that President Cyril Ramaphosa offers his deepest condolences to Ambassador Mthethwa's wife, Ms. Philisiwe Buthelezi, as well as the ambassador's extended family.
Why are they using a different surname, bro? Maybe, it's not related to the point, but everything is just too weird, man. I'm telling you.
We'll continue to unpack the president's statement there a little bit later on in this particular bulletin as we continue to get reaction. Let's now go to London. That's where we'll find SABC News correspondent Laura Westbrook for more. Laura, very good afternoon to you. So you're in London, of course. What more can you tell us about the circumstances of Ambassador Mthethwa's death, given, of course, the reports that we are hearing?
Why are we asking somebody who's in London about something that happened in France? Everything just seems a little bit too weird, man. Why are we asking a British journalist about what happened in France?
Hearing from French media.
Yes, there have been reports that the ambassador had been reported missing by his wife on Monday after she reportedly received a worrying text message from him in the evening. According to the prosecutor's office, he had reportedly reserved a room on the 22nd floor of the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And the prosecutor's office said that a secured window had been forced open. Now, an investigation has been opened into what exactly happened. And
where's the video, bro? This is a hotel. Where's the video? Where's the video?
The circumstances around his death, and he was the ambassador since December 2023, and there has been a statement that's also been released by the South African foreign minister, who said that he had no doubt that his passing is not only a national loss, but is also felt by the international diplomatic community. This news really...
No. Miss me with this emotional stuff. This guy died at a hotel where a window was opened. Where is the video from the hotel and the surrounding buildings, the CCTV? We want to see the CCTV. We are not... Bro, I'm telling you, we are just going to gobble this up, and then another news is going to come 2 weeks later and we've forgotten about Nathi Mthethwa. This is exactly what is going to happen. It was sad, it was tragic, He was a good man, that's what they're going to say. I don't know about the merits of his character like that. I haven't, really looked into his character. But it's just all too weird. Very weird.
Stunning the diplomatic community in Paris as well. They said that the circumstances are now being under investigation by the French authorities. And the statement also said that the ambassador was a distinguished servant of the nation whose career was marked by a dedicated service in critical ministerial portfolios. So at this stage, very much the investigation is now...
He was at one point a minister of police, and a crime, as I know it in South Africa, has always been skyrocketing. So, as it pertains to his work as a minister of police in South Africa, I cannot say good things about him. We've had syndicates taking power. We've had mafias starting to, gain power in South Africa, all under his watch. Then came Bekicele. And now we have Mkunu. No, folks. No. It's all too weird. Mkhwanazi names this guy, and then all of a sudden, he disappears. No trace of him. He died in a hotel. No video, no picture, even from surrounding buildings. End of story. He's going to have a memorial service, bury him, and it's a wrap. South Africans move on to the next story.
open. Police are looking into what exactly happened and how what were the circumstances that surrounded him checking into that hotel at this stage.
Beyond the official statements, Laura, how's the French press framing this particular incident, if at all?
Well, there's a lot of shock at this incident, and many questions are still being asked about what exactly happened. The French police are starting their investigation, and they will be looking into many things. The ambassador had been carrying out his role in the days leading up to this.
It's been 4 hours, bro. It's been 4 hours since an ambassador of South Africa died. The head of mission. He's the head of mission in France. He's leading the diplomatic missions in France, this guy. He dies. 4 hours later, we still don't know nothing. 4, 5, 6 hours later, we still don't know anything, bro. I think it's all too weird.
On Saturday, he had taken part in one of his last public appearances. This was at the anniversary of the Battle of Deville on Saturday. So it appears that he had been being active in his role in ambassador up until at least Saturday. There have also been initial reporting that suggests that he last used his phone around Monday afternoon. And so French officials will be looking...
Is it Monday afternoon, yesterday, or last week, bro? Man, I'm telling you, this is also so weird.
To what are the events that led up to his death, and we'll be looking into the circumstances of also what led him to check into the hotel, the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Paris.
All right, Laura, thank you so much for that. Laura Westbrook in London.
Doesn't the hotel in question have CCTV? Let me get the name of this hotel, bro.
All right, Laura, thank you so much for
his death, and we'll be looking into the circumstances of also what led him to check into the hotel, the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Paris.
What's the name? I'm trying to find the name. I'm trying to find the hotel. This is the hotel, folks. Let me bring this screen very close, bro. This is the hotel. You cannot tell me there's no CCTV here, bro. I mean, if this is the hotel, a window open, it's like, bro, ain't no way. Where's the CCTV? We cannot just be expected, folks, to gobble this up and say, no, it's okay, it happened. I mean, when you look at this building, how does somebody get through a window? If you look at this building, ladies and gentlemen, just make it make sense to me. Where's the footage, bro? Ain't no way people are just going to gobble this up without nothing. Now, while we hear this guy, we here. We want to be here. Bro, there's no way that there's no cameras here. And at what part of the hotel was he found? Nobody's telling us nothing. The people at this hotel must give us answers. Hyatt Regency, Paris, Itole, what? These people must give us the answers. Where's the CCTV? Release the CCTV. Otherwise, your hotel, 0 stars, folks. 0 stars. We do not recommend the flipping hotel. We need the CCTV. And the French police must release that goddamn CCTV. We can't be playing like this. We cannot be played like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look very closely into this death and try to understand and analyze the very bleak and confusing facts surrounding it. So please hit that sub button, hit that like button, open the notifications so that you are notified every time we upload a new video. We the people see the truth, and your boy is out of here.